Hey, what's up, everyone? Johnny Roven here. Today I'm going to be discussing how to host a networking event so that you can market your business. So it's very important to become very well recognized in whatever field you are, whether it's in law or in real estate. It's just very important to be well known so that people can give you referrals later on if they're in like kind of different areas of it. So for me, as a personal injury attorney, I host a lot of events, and I bring out other types of attorneys there so that they will refer me cases. So and so that I can refer to them as well. Obviously, you have to provide value. So I'm going to go through the steps of how to host a networking event so that you can host your own networking event. It's just really important to do. It's just a really good thing. It really helped me to build my business, to get a lot more cases so that they would at least come to me and say, hey, look, I got this case. So I really owe a lot of credit to the events that I hosted in order to get me where I am today. So first step, first of all, you got to decide that you're going to want to do a networking event. It takes a lot of credit to do it. You're putting yourself out there. You're going to show up to your own event. You obviously want to be able to provide something to the other people that are there, and to be able to go and get people in the door. So for me, I've hosted many events. Some events I've been able to get at least 200 people in the door. It's a really good thing. So first step, you need to find a venue. You really got to find something that's going to be able to hold enough people, and it's going to be at the right cost. So you'll have to decide, do you want to charge people to come to the event? Do you want to charge some of the people to come to the event? That'll help you evaluate what kind of venue that you want to use. In order to find a venue, you need to call around to different places in your city, or in the place that you want people to go and congregate. So, for example, where I live is a few miles away from kind of like the hub of where people congregate. So I plan my events there so that I can go there and give people an easier time to get to my event. So if I plan it around me, where I am, then probably less people are going to come to the event, because people are going to go to the event in order to get value for themselves. So I want to put the event where they are to make it easy for them to just show up to the event. We all network, we all schmooze a little bit, exchange business cards, and go on our merry way. So you call around to different places. Different places are going to have different types of deals. So some people will just give you the place for free. Other people, they'll charge a minimum $500, $1,000 plus, in order to reserve the room or the area for the night. Some people might charge a drinking minimum, so that if people drink $500 worth of alcohol or whatever drinks that they're going to get, then you don't have to pay anything. It's just different types of terms and conditions that you'll want to investigate before choosing your venue. My personal preference is just going with the free venues. It's easier to do. It's a lot of people are going to come. They can go in. They can enjoy themselves. It's a lot less pressure. But there is added value to the paid for rooms. For example, let's say like this free venue is outside and cold. They also don't allow you to produce content there, like have speakers come out, this, that, and the other thing. There's a lot of preventions there. They don't allow you to bring outside food, whereas a room, pay $500 or $1,000, you'll be able to have that kind of freedom to like bring in speakers and host, more elaborate events. And people like content. People like it, you can bring in your own type of food. An interesting idea would be to plan your event, that actually brings me to the next topic, is what kind of event are you going to plan? Is it going to have a theme, or is it just going to be, regular networking? So for me, I'm Jewish, so I like to do Hanukkah parties. That's usually in December. It's kind of a good thing to do. It like brings a lot of people together. It's kind of like a holiday party. So I just like to do that, and it's a pretty attractive event. So so what I'll do, I'll just bring like a bunch of like Hanukkah stuff there. So that's just kind of like themed, and that way I can market the event um, what as a Hanukkah mixer, or I would do like uh, like a spring mixer or a summer mixer. You could do it around different events. Like I've seen people do all sorts of events, like St. Patrick's Day and Christmas party and just regular holiday party. It's a good thing to do. It's a good tagline to have in order to market your event. People help to remember it more. Those are generally times when people like to go to things. People are very. Some people get very encouraged to go to certain events. Maybe not all year long, but maybe around holiday times, they'll start going to events a little bit. Maybe end the year off good or something. So, marketing your event. You definitely need to market your event in order to get people in the door. If no one hears about it, then no one's coming. Maybe the people that were already there to begin with, but that's not really efficient. So, ways to market your event. Obviously, in this day and age, you have to essentially be on social media. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all sorts of stuff that you want to consistently but not too frequently post about your event. And you want to go on Facebook, you want to create the event, make posts about the event maybe on a weekly basis or 2 times a week basis, depending on how many people that you want to come to the event. Collect RSVPs on your event. Another thing that you can do is that you can go to different websites like Eventbrite. I forget the names of the other ones right now, and create an event, and that way you can, when people sign up, you can be collecting people's email addresses so that you can send out like email blasts later. For the older generation that they aren't so active on social media, or if they are, they don't know how to use it so proficiently. Email is a good way for them to get marketed to an event. So that you could still be sending email newsletters, and some people they're just not active on social media, but they could provide value for you. So, for example, for me, there's a lot of attorneys that just prefer not to be on social media for their own reasons. They don't want to put themselves out there, or they think that it's not good for reputation, whatever the case may be. So, but you do want them to at your event because they could provide a lot of value to your event. So, email newsletters, you can even call them up and invite them to the event. Just so that just so that you know how many people are going to be coming to your event. And that way you can let the host, the venue, know how many people are coming. They're going to pretty much want to know an estimate. I would say if you get like 75 people from your industry to your event, that's a pretty good event. Okay, next thing is preparing for the event and actually going to the event. So when you prepare for the event, depending on the type of event it is, for example, let's say it's like a Christmas party, you might want to bring like, some kind of Christmas ornaments, or a Hanukkah party, Hanukkah stuff, St. Patrick's Day, like stuff that's green, the 4-leaf clovers, those kinds of things, just to like kind of theme it up. When you actually go to the event, expect for people not to show up right at the beginning, but about like half an hour in. You set your event for maybe like 2 or 3 hours. Half an hour in to an hour in is when people show up. That'll kind of be like the peak of the event, is the middle time of the event, and that way, that's generally what happens in my events. I've hosted a ton of events, and that's generally like what I've experienced. Actually, when I started this, it's kind of funny. I was I was actually living with my parents, and I just needed to host events because I was an attorney and I had to figure stuff out. And I had just gotten married. So I started up just like doing event after event after event, like almost every month. and was able to get enough cases to like build up and buy a place after a while. It took a few years, but was eventually able to do it. So actually attending the event, you want to meet everyone that's there, not necessarily your competitors. So for me, like I do personal injury, so when I show up to an event, I don't really want to hang out with other personal injury attorneys. I mean, some personal injury attorneys, they don't do medical malpractice, so like maybe I'll hang out with them for a little bit. But generally speaking, I want to hang out with other attorneys outside of my practice area, people that can provide me referrals. The best thing to do when you show up to an event is just get out of your comfort zone. Don't go. The best thing to do when you get to an event is to show out of your comfort zone. Don't go just straight to your friends or other people that are practicing in the same area as you. You want to go to people that you don't know. Get their business card. I don't really give business cards so much. Like I don't really believe in business cards. I think it's like so antiquated. The only time that I use a business card really is that if I'm at court or some other kind of proceeding where like they need my business card in order to send me the correspondence later. But besides that, I mean, every business card that I gave out, I mean, I rarely hear from people when I give a business card, and they just hand out business cards too. It's not a great way to go. But if you get the business card from the other person, great thing to follow up. Shoot them an email, a day or two after the event, you follow up with them, because they could become like a good referral source for you later on down the line. So you want to go to the event, you want to have fun at your event. Another great thing to do is like take pictures and videos of your event. So the people that didn't come, you could post it on social media afterwards so that they can know what they missed. And for the people that did come, they can reminisce and say, oh yeah, that was such a great event. It's a great thing to market the event afterward. Take a bunch of pictures at your event of different people, just have people like coming together, and post it all on social media. So that to further market your event, and you can use those pictures as marketing props for your next event to say, oh, look how good this event was, so my next event is going to be even better. And that's how you host a networking event, to market your business. I hope this is helpful. Let me know if I can provide other marketing tips. Leave a comment in the comment section below, or I will just see you at the next video. All right, take care.